Welcome to the very first episode of Wrench Till You're Dead. And let me show you my garage. As you can see, it is just a basic 2-car garage, nothing fancy. And you can actually see that I have a lot of activity going on in here. You see some snowblowers and some generators. I also have a small engine repair business, another YouTube channel on that stuff. But I wanted to make videos dedicated to just wrenching on whatever I might be working on at the time. I got a Jeep, I got quads, vehicles, whatever. So I'm starting up this new channel, and the first thing that we need to do is we need to make some room. And one way we're gonna make some room is we're going to pull this trailer out and get these quads off, because that's the main area over there that we're gonna use for room to pull things in and work on. And plus, these quads sit up on the trailer all winter and it's not good on them. I need to start them up on the regular, move them around. So let's get to that. So as you can see, we have some maintenance issues going on with the quads that are sitting on the trailer. That green camo one's left a puddle. The red Can-Am that's on the back here, I definitely know there's an issue with that. I actually went to change the oil on it, and you can see my trailer is full of oil on it. And that's because the drain plug is not, the threads in there are kind of jacked up. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. But we're gonna get them started, get them warmed up, get them off the trailer here. That one starts up easy. It's fuel injected. This is the carbureted one. Okay, now these quads are taking up space in the garage, but they are movable. We can move them around, we can work on them, we can get them out of the way when we need to work on something else. For example, once I kind of get this area over here kind of cleaned up, if it's really cold out, just start them up, move them over here, and now we have, you know, a bay for a vehicle. All right, up next is just, we're gonna stash that trailer on my side yard. I gotta move some stuff around to get that over there. And yeah, that trailer is gonna take up a bunch of space, but gotta get it out of here. All right, it's still a little tight in here, but that is okay. You can see I got generators and snowblowers and snowblower and generator, snowblower, and I got them on the side yard too. I got some chainsaws and cut-off saw. So you have the small engine repair business, keeps me busy as well. But one of my rules, nothing sits on the quads. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. You put something in your garage, it sits, you start piling stuff on it. Next thing you know, you can't get to it. So nothing on there. I got this old junky table that I can work on. I think eventually in this corner, I'm going to build some kind of permanent workbench because it's, you know, I don't know, it's a good, I don't know, maybe 2.5 feet of space there. So I can make a good sized bench. But when I need to pull a vehicle in here at night, I can just take all this work, move it over here, get the vehicle in. And then when I need to work, move everything around. That's what we got to do when we don't have a tons of room. One day, I plan on having a garage and a lift and cool toys, right? But you got to start somewhere. All right, that's a wrap for today. Tomorrow, we're going to start working on some stuff. Not sure what yet. I got a few projects. So we'll pick one and we'll start wrenching. It's the next day. I swiped a table out of my basement. It's not the best, but you know what? It's got a top. It's got a little rack on the bottom, place to store parts. And the project we're going to start working on is something I've been neglecting. You can see right here, I got this frame. Got an engine over there, tire, and a bunch of miscellaneous parts. It's a tote goat. I believe that's what they called them. It may not be a tote goat official brand, but old school mini bike. It's got low and high range. I started working on it and then lost interest. I don't know. But we're going to resurrect it. We're going to work on it. We're going to get it put back together and we're going to ride it. All right, here it is in all its glory. Yeah, rear tire on there, frame, engine, homemade seat. And as you can see, all the gear drive, and then parts and more parts. There's the front wheel. Here's all the piece that holds on the drive, and then some fenders. There's some pieces on the side yard for this as well. The previous owner was a Harley guy and he had bolted on bunch of Harley stuff. Made it really, really heavy. It's overkill. I was like, all right, I mean, it's his style. It's not my style. So I pulled it off. I do have some other videos on it. So I'll put a link in the description to them. Maybe I'll make a playlist on this channel, just some older videos that I made on it. But yeah, what we need to do now is just take inventory, get organized, and then figure out what's the next part that we need to work on. Before I take inventory, the next part is the frame. You can see all this yellow paint, and that's the last thing I was working on. It's like somebody painted this with like house paint that you paint your walls with. I mean, they just slathered it on there. So I started stripping it down, and from all the Harley parts, there was all these, extra holes. I mean, there's holes here that have to be here, but there was holes back here that I filled. So we need to do the framework. We need to get that looking halfway decent. It's rough, but it's old. So let's get the stuff organized, and we'll start working on the frame. All right, here's the gist of it. Handlebars kind of mounted. You can tell those are, I believe, off of some kind of Harley, something other. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me. But yeah, the forks are on, engine sitting there. This is the shifter for the high-low. Just kind of obviously not hooked to anything. Still got all the gears to put in. But all my gears are right here with the chain. There's the tires. And this box is stuff that was just on it that I do not plan on putting back on it, but just gonna keep it till we're done. Okay, well, that's all the time I have today. So I'm gonna wrap this episode up. Got some progress on the little mini bike. I really appreciate you watching. If you like this content, give it a like and consider subscribing, because I got a bunch of content coming. Mini bikes, quads, Jeeps, you name it, I'm gonna work on it.